The issue is that all of our freedom fighters, Gandhi included, by the way, were not perfect figures. They had their flaws. Gandhi did, Nehru did, and so did Savarkar. But the problem in the case of Savarkar is there is one sort of clique of people or one stream of thought, if you will, whether it's political parties or historians of a certain bent of mind, who have made him into some kind of a hate figure, a reviled figure, without giving him the same leeway and the same accommodation that they would give for the complexities of that time, that space and that milieu, which they are happy to extend to a Gandhi or a Nehru. That is a double standard.
Zaka, we can go on having this kind of discussion, academic discussion, but we must look at it why this is being rigged up now. Savarkar or Tipu Sultan, they are historical figures, and you rightly pointed out, complex figures. Human personality evolves. There are in every person's, every public figure's life, we can see, various phases and shades are there, and some people, of course, admire them, and some, raise questions. But here, it's absolutely blatantly political, because Karnataka is going to polls, because a certain narrative was being built, and the state, look at the state's responsibility. The state is responsible for ensuring law and order. If the state is not doing, that means it's either incompetent or it is hand in glove with, certain elements. So this is something that we need to discuss.
No, but Rasheed,
rather than saying,
and so the way it all began earlier this week was some people tried to put up a poster of Savarkar in a place called, one second, in a place called AA Circle in Shivamogga. This was on the occasion of Independence Day. They were putting up posters of all other freedom fighters. This group wanted to put up a poster of Savarkar as well. Some people took objection to that. They removed the poster. The reason it became political was the next day, former Karnataka Chief Minister and Congress leader Siddaramaiah was asked about it, and he's the one who brought in this whole Hindu-Muslim angle and said, why was Savarkar poster being put up in a Muslim area? Why didn't they put up a Tipu Sultan poster instead? So this positing of Savarkar versus Tipu was actually done by a Congress politician.
Zaka, assuming that what you're saying is factually correct, see, there is a scope. There is a scope for that's what I was saying. If some people admire Tipu and some people admire Savarkar. What is democracy all about? Why there is this kind of streak of violence? And that is where the role of state comes in. If there are two, and they were not even contemporaries, but if there are two set of people, they want to, on our Independence Day, the people want to, pay some kind of tribute to them, they should be allowed to do so. Why are we making it A versus B?
No, fair enough. Let me go back to Uday Mahurkar. Again, the question that's being raised is, Monday it was this poster of Savarkar in Shivamogga. Today in Mangalore, there was a poster of Savarkar along with Godse. So what Congress and other opposition parties are asking is, are you going to go to the extent of putting up posters of the man who killed the father of the nation?
No. You see, this could be a conspiracy by people who want to defame Savarkar. And mind you one thing, Uday Mahurkar wrote a book on Godse in 1978. He was by no means a Hindutva activist, the great writer Uday Mahurkar. And he interviewed Digambar Badge, who had turned approver in the Gandhi murder case.
Yes.
Digambar told him that he had given the statement against Savarkar and others under pressure of the government. This is there on record. So, you see, and there is no comparison between Savarkar and Tipu Sultan. My question to people who are trying to hero worship Tipu Sultan is, why can't they put the poster of, say, Mahavir Chakra Brigadier Usman, who died fighting for India in the 1948 Kashmir war? Why can't they put up the poster of Ashfaqullah Khan? Why can't they put up the poster of Havaldar Hamid, Paravir Chakra? Why they want Tipu Sultan only?
Okay.
And this comparison between Veer Savarkar has, you see, they fear Veer Savarkar. Because if his ideology spreads, then they'll have to close their shops. So Veer Savarkar, there is no comparison. Veer Savarkar is the biggest symbol of India's unity and integrity, and there was space in Veer Savarkar's ideology for all those Muslims who want to remain in the mainstream.
Okay, Rasheed wants to respond to that.
Prevented partition.
Look, Zaka, this is a problem.
Many instances
Zaka, when we
show
say,
that Veer Savarkar.
Okay. I heard you, Udayji. Let
Veer
Rashid.
Savarkar had enough
Saka,
space
our friend is trying to
for
give,
people
bring
who are
it
truly
as
patriotic.
if
Okay.
Godse was not responsible for killing of Mahatma Gandhi. So how far are we going? One, we defend Savarkar, and then we go on to Godse and say as if, you see, the Kapoor Commission of Inquiry and all those kind of things that was there, that was all
No right
irrelevant.
thinking person supports Godse.
So,
This is again a conspiracy on the part of people who want to defame Savarkar, who want to put spokes in the way of nationalism.
Rashid, is it
Godse,
also not a
the people worshipping people worshipping Godse is very small.
Rashid, isn't it also
Godse
a
is very
recorded
small.
historical fact that the trial of Mahatma Gandhi's assassination acquitted Savarkar? They were not able to prove that he was involved in the conspiracy.
No. I'm not questioning Savarkar. I am talking about Godse coming in. So that is something that every Indian would feel disturbed about it. And that is a thing, that is a narrative that I'm talking about. Even about Godse, about
No, so
Savarkar,
that line is being very clearly drawn. That line is being very clearly drawn. I don't think even right-wing organizations are wanting to celebrate Godse or put up posters of Godse.
We have a member of parliament from BJP who openly supported him. Anyway, that's all in the past. What I'm saying is that even Mr. Savarkar, his writings are there. There are various phases are there. At one point of time, he made a case for Muslims not getting voting rights or not getting full citizenship. Now, that is something which was was not the stand of Deen Dayal Upadhyay, who said it in Raipur in 1956 that Muslims who have stayed back, they are as much as Indian as any other citizen of the country.
Of course, so that's why I said, I mean, historical figures have to be judged by the time and milieu that they lived in.
Why are we debating this today? Because there is Karnataka election, because there is a bid to polarize it.
Okay,
we must admit all this.
Rakesh Sinha, I mean, aside of the bid to polarize and the view that was put forth by Rashid that all of this is now being brought to the fore because of the elections. Now, please respond to that, because ultimately, for the electors of any state or the electors of India in a general election, is it going to be decided basis of historical questions or two views on history or revisions of history, or is it going to be decided by bread and butter issues?
Unresolved questions of the histories are emerging. They have to emerge because such questions have been suppressed for a long by the hegemony of the Marxist and Nehruvian historians. I am telling you, if Savarkar's poster pasted on a wall, whether it is a time of election or not election, how does it make impact? If you are reacting reactionary way on Savarkar's poster, this shows that your patriotism is being contested. There are two very important points. When Savarkar fought for the country, he had love for the country. You can differ with the perspective. But how can you say that he is not a freedom fighter? How can you say that the Muslim area should not have the Savarkar's poster? Tipu Sultan, on the other hand, killed 4,000 Christians, died, Catholics. He forced them to walk to Mysore. He captured them in Bangalore. Such a brutality and cruelty of a person, you are glorifying as a patriotic figure. This shows the